Hello YouTube, what is up? My name is Browntown Gamer, and today I have an informational video about some interesting news that's come up lately. So right here in the background you can see that I have some Assassin's Creed Revelation, some Artifact Assault gameplay. So anyway, the main point of this video, guys, is to inform you about some information and some facts about the highly anticipated PlayStation 4. So let's get into it.
Your artifact is back at your base.
So, as many of you all know, the PlayStation series is produced by Sony Entertainment, and in light of recent events, Sony has not really officially released the information concerning the system's future launch. However, it is generally accepted that the release date is around late 2012 or around early 2013. And the reason why this may be so is because the long-awaited Xbox 720 is coming around this time, and in order to keep up with the high demands of the Xbox 720 and other possible consoles in the future, Sony should probably release their new console, the PlayStation 4, sooner. But besides that, Sony hasn't really released any specifications or real information about the PlayStation 4. Some generally accepted data, however, is that the PlayStation 4 is said to be eco-friendly. Like, the gaming console is expected to be made up of recyclable material. Like 60% of the actual console is made up of recyclable material. Also, it has an Eco Start feature, which will allow gamers to save and resume games without having to switch off the console, which is useful. Also, in addition to that, it is like programmed to switch off every 30 minutes of no activity. So if you leave your PlayStation 4, like if you just leave it there and don't touch it for like 30 minutes, then it's going to shut down itself. So that's really useful in saving energy and conserving energy. Apart from that, there's also the self-charge feature of the PlayStation 4. The self-charge feature is that the console will automatically charge itself from a rechargeable cell inside of it, and that not only saves energy but also maintains and extends the life of the console. So this device is blended with eco-friendly features. It certainly needs those specifications, which are essentially required for any hardcore gamer like myself and others in the Call of Duty and also other types of gaming communities. The PlayStation 4 is expected to have a 1.5 terabyte hard disk drive, which allows users to store a large number of games, game files, and game data. Apart from that, it has the standard USB ports and also an HDMI 1 cable like the PlayStation 3. So what's new about the PlayStation 4 is the eco-friendly material, but also, apart from that, there is the 3D support in the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 is said to have full 3D support with 4K, 2K compatibility and supports 3D Blu-ray. So that enables the synchronization with Sony Ericsson and also synchronized with the Sony Bravia. So the Sony Entertainment Network, the SEN, is probably going to be included in the console. So this is just some speculations about it. Some more terms of CPU. The current PlayStation 3 uses a cell-based processor with a 1.1 PPE, which means a power processing element, which is 3.2 gigahertz. In the PlayStation 4, we are expecting to have a 32 nanometer 8-core cell processor with 16 SPEs and a 22 nm Kepler. Now, I'm not really sure what those specifications mean. I'm not really into that type of stuff, but I'm assuming that has something to do with either making the processing of the game, like the motion and the frames per second, go faster or like smoother, or it either means that you can store more data and also probably just keep the PS3 working more properly and more efficiently. So in addition to that, the PlayStation 4 is expected to have a boatload of RAM. We're talking at least a minimum of 2 gigabytes of RAM. So right now, the PlayStation 3 fares in the current console war, like compared to the Xbox 360 and also the Wii and other types of consoles, the PlayStation 3, my bad, is fairly, it's very reasonable. It's a very good console. It has all those good features to it, the Blu-ray, the HDMI port, the USB ports, all that type of stuff. But really, Sony has to make far more improvements in order to put their console on the top of the charts in 2012 or in 2013, whenever they plan on releasing it. So Sony, however, like I said before, hasn't really mentioned any date of releasing the console, which is really worrying many people of the community, especially PS3 users like myself. So what I'm trying to say is that this system, the PlayStation system, many speculate that because Sony plans on releasing it later in its life expectancy, not later in its life expectancy, but releasing the console later, like in possibly 2015 or 2016, then they're expecting that the actual game developers and the actual types of games that will be available to the PlayStation 4 won't be nearly as good as the games available to the Xbox 720 or any other types of consoles that are available. This is because, as many of you all know, that when a console is released, that the game developers for the console, they have to make their games better in order to be more efficient with that type of console. So, but during the time of the PlayStation 2, the developers for the game, they released the console and they made games. After like 2 years, they found out how to make their games better, and so they made better games, and after that, even better games. So what I'm trying to say is that if Sony doesn't release the PlayStation 4 in 2012 or 2013 in order to keep up with the competition from Xbox 720, then their games are going to lack this the type of compatibility, the efficiency, also the type of compatibility, but just the overall game design won't be nearly as good as a 720. Because a 720, and I plan on making a whole other video about this Xbox 720, but the Xbox 720 is probably going to be like a very good console. Like right now, Xbox 360, very favorable console among gamers. I mean, I like the PS3 before its free PSN network, the Blu-ray, the USB ports, HDMI, like I said before. But also, the Xbox 360, very good console. I'm not gonna lie, it's a very good console. And guys, I know at the beginning of the video I said that in light of recent events, I wanted to clarify what that meant, because I'm sure many of you really have no idea what I'm talking about right now. So, the president of Sony, I can't even begin to pronounce his name, recently laughed off comments about the possibility of the PlayStation 4 launch this year. That's one. Second one is that the deputy president of Sony recently made several comments that trashed rumors about Sony making a PlayStation 4 related announcement this June at E3. So, in spite of those events, guys, it's accepted by the community, and it's really being pushed by the PlayStation community to have the PlayStation 4 released this year or next year in order to keep up with the Xbox 720 and other possible consoles that could be released. So guys, I hate leaving my video off on a bad note like this, but that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something out of it, most importantly. And be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the video on screen, and don't forget to press subscribe.